Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm glad to see you all back here this week after our little Thanksgiving vacation week. Really nice to be back. I've been streaming a little bit more with my daughter, doing the sports stuff, but this is my bread and butter. This is where I like to be, and although it's going really well over there, this is when I have the best time is in here with everybody that comes in to hang out. Man, there is so much stuff to talk about today, and I'm probably going to rant a little bit because I'm a little wound up today. Hello, old man Shane. Mary, thank you very much. I appreciate that because I am getting old sometimes. Feels that way. But I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I got a whole list made up, and it's good, and it might be helpful, some of it. Some of it's just me venting a little bit and getting a few things kind of cleared off my chest a little bit. And I've never really done that because I've never really come in here and had much conversation about myself. Most of the time, the conversation's about, who I'm talking to that night. What's up, Tanner? Who I'm talking to that night, what they do, trying to let everybody get to know new people. What's up, Alex? I am going to cruise through the chat here today because I see some names I haven't seen in a minute, and I want to say hello to as many as humanly possible. I want to see how well I can do today. First in the house today is Rob, FL Thunder, Digging with Rob. Got something to say to him after a while, too. My daughter, Alex, she's streaming right now. She's play-by-play calling the New Orleans Dallas Cowboys football game. My good buddy Tim is here as well. Alley Cat Treasures. The other side of the boat, Mr. Jerry's in the house. Michigan and Jim's, Miss Joe. Nice to see you guys. There's Frankie, PD Sandigger. That's one that I didn't get much chance to talk about, from when we were at Swifty's. Got to hang out with Frankie, and what a stand-up guy he is. Him and his boy come up and hung out with us. That was a lot of fun. PA Relic Hunters, Mr. Dave is in the house. Nice to see you, brother. Nathan Perez, as always, first question of the day, young man, is how is your mother? I hope she's doing better. I know she's home, so I hope she's gaining on it a little bit. There's Miss Mary Monarch. Smarty. I'll be nice about it. Smarty. Tim was chatting it up. Fat Magnet guy is in the house today. What's going on, brother, man? Nice to see you. And let's keep on going. Let's see who else we got here. I see SWFL treasure detecting Dennis. He's hooked, man. I got him hooked on magnet fishing. He won a magnet in here a little while back, and now he loves it. Making a lot of videos too, so that's cool. Check out Dennis. Detect, dig, and smile. What's going on? Nice to see you, Peter. How you doing tonight? Peter's been putting out some shorts, and he's been jumping in on the hashtag Monday Digs thing a little bit. He's wanting to get in on the fun a little bit, and we'll talk about it a little bit too because some stuff's been showing up, doing really well. Menard County Magnet Fishing Richards in the house. What's going on, brother? Nice to see you tonight. Starry's Lost and Found is in the house. And last week I got the names backwards. Starry is Steve, and the other side of the boat is Jerry. I think I got them backwards, so apologizes. Plugs for days. What's going on? I saw you as a 43-year-old man. Plugs. That's a good age, brother. Not that I would know anymore, but dang, getting old. Mr. Don's in the house. Relic Reaper metal detecting. I know for sure that some of the people that are in here tonight are part of the sticker pack that's going to go out tonight. Just for giggles, because that's not the 1,300 subscriber giveaway. That's just for today because I missed it last week. I'm going to make sure I get it. Tom Riley's here. Nice to see you, Tom. As always, I appreciate you, sir. Good gosh. My goodness. Man, everybody chats a lot. I can't believe metal detecting with Randy is in the house too. He'll be mentioned here in a little while, and you'll kind of figure out why. Randy's always out there hunting for, other new channels to help support. And I think that's a really That's a really good thing. I think I'm about to get invaded by a canine. I better watch myself because he might pummel me. Come on, hurry up. Get up here. He's not used to being able to be close, so I have to acknowledge his existence. Thank you, brother. All right. The Russian digger is in the house tonight. Mr. Alex is in here from a little. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. He took most of the summer off, but man, talk about a guy that supports a lot of these channels. Mr. Alex, the Russian digger, does so. Oh, goody. I got to give him his attention, so maybe he'll go lay back down for a little bit. All right. You ready to go? Go on. Go on, get it. Go on. Go lay down. It's a big boy. What's up, Frederick Romano? Nice to see you, my friend. Good to see you and have you in the house tonight. I appreciate you being here. Pond Scum Magnet Fishing. Miss Kathy is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. The dog didn't want to love on me. He wanted OUT. Goodness gracious. See it my way one. Mr. Shane is in the house tonight. What's going on, brother? Nice to see you. Michigan Magnet Man Tanner. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I stopped getting your notifications on Fridays. That was really kind of strange. Amethyst is in the house. I'm sure she's over supporting Alex right now too in the other stream. What's up, Miss Amethyst? Nice to see you. My buddy Marlon, Marlon passed 1K subscribers this last week, and that's such a job to get there, and it's such a good feeling when you make it, and it's really cool. I was really happy for Marlon, although he kind of bounced back and forth up from 1,000 back underneath for a little bit, but he did it. Nice to see you, Marlon. Now at 472, the River Bat is in the house. My blind hunting buddy is the one that found my pinpointer last week. If you saw the video, we're out in a big field, and he's the one that comes up across it. So pretty cool. Nice to see you, Curtis. Jody Mosby's in the house as well. Nice to see you. Dog Star Blazer Carlos is in the house. And Carlos, if that's you right there, it is. Thank you for the super sticker, my brother. I really appreciate that. It's always a pleasure to have you in here. And sooner or later, you're going to get up here with me. You're going to have to. I saw you get on live with somebody else on Instagram, so don't tell me you're scared or nothing. You got to come up here and hang out with me. And then the other one was from Tim of Alley Cat Treasures. Tim, thank you so much for supporting me. Both Alex and I do really appreciate your consistent viewership and being a part of what we do. Iron Antler Adventures. The biggest surprise on my list that I'm going to give you here in a little while was Iron Antler, and I'll tell you about that when I get to it. Practical Ken is in the house. KCMD Detecting is in here. That's Dennis as well. I made up a little bit of a list today when I was going through some stuff, and it really hit me kind of weird because I'll have to get to it. 616 Treasure and Rocks is in the house as well. Metal Angler, haven't seen you for a hot minute. Thanks for stopping by. Hope I hadn't missed you in previous chats, but you seem to pop in every now and again. Willie is in the house as well. Well, I'm going to make sure I get through it right today without messing up. I usually mess up here about now. Don't forget the River Bat. Yeah, I seen that, Kurt. I got you, Curtis. I'm just a little bit behind on the chat. It takes me a hot minute to get caught up. A very hot minute. Johnny Small Pepper is in the house. This dude just chowed down a bunch of ghost peppers like it was nothing the other day when I watched this video. I like hot stuff, and it made me cringe. But, Johnny Small Pepper is a little bit different. I met him over at Swifties, and he's come over and he supports a lot of us as well. So I appreciate you, brother. Combs Treasure Extractors, how you guys doing tonight? Nice to see you. Got Iron Antler, SWFL. Alex stopped back by. Ben Harvey from South Australia. What is up, Ben? Nice to see you. I know I was chatting with you over at the other stream a little bit ago. Thank you for coming in here and hanging out for a second. I really appreciate that. Other side of the boat, Mr. Jerry. Scuba Sonia's in the house. I just found something where her name was on it, so I sent her a nice picture the other day. It was kind of funny. Just trying to say hello because I hadn't seen her in a hot minute. Man, I had so much fun with Tanner and Sonia down here. Rachel, your name came up as well on my list that I got today. I'll talk about that here just in a few minutes. It was kind of surprising. I can't wait to get to it. Lost Boys Recovery. Andy's in the house. What's up, brother, man? Nice to see you. Amanda Bentel stopped in for a second. She is one of the sports channel supporters, and they have their own channel called United in Sports, her and her husband. Check them out if you like more sports. Indiana Joe 63 is in the house today. What's up, Indiana Joe? Nice to see you. Brewers Prospecting, Mr. Jeff is in here. What? Teresa the Treasure Hunter. Right on. God, man, I love this crowd tonight. You guys are great. The Treasure Seeking Perry's is in the house as well. If I've missed anybody on, if I've missed anybody for moderator status to where they can promote themselves, please let me know. St. Lucie Metal Detecting, that's another one of those Florida channels. What's up, James? Messy Hole. I would love to see you guys come in here and hang out for a night one time. Just saying. And their Instagram blows up every day, or it was for a while. Dogstar with another. Carlos, brother. Love the stickers, brother. Thank you very much. Digger Dan, King of Clad. What's up, man? Man, I tell you what, it's going on through. Okay. I think I've just about hit everyone, I'm pretty sure. Getting close to the bottom. Pretty positive. And if I miss somebody, I'll hopefully catch up to him here. Hey, tonight, though, just saying, more than likely, I will drop the link out here in a little while if somebody does want to come up and hang out. But, man, I think right, wrong, and different, good, bad, or ugly, I got a few things that let's talk about this last week a little bit. Wasn't in here last Thursday because we were going to travel. So the last time you saw my live stream in here was the Thursday before. We were getting ready to go down to Texas to see the in-laws for Thanksgiving. I hardly ever bring anything personal. I mean, really personal as far as my own personal life in here very often. But Monday night, we had a little bit of, I'm going to call it tragedy in the house. What's up, Mike, Metal Detecting, North Carolina? And you're going to see where I'm going because I don't usually tell stories or go on like that. But family pet for 5 years, the American Bulldog Thor, was in the house, and my wife got home from work late like usual. He wanted to play. It was 1 o'clock in the morning because she'd worked a long shift. And when she walked in the house, she had picked up his ball. So she had his ball. He saw her have the ball, so that made him want to play more. So he's running through the house because he's a high energy animal. We realized that he's having some angst, and we put him up, and he just chilled out once we put him up. 15 minutes later, my wife comes to the bedroom to let him back out, amongst the rest of them again. And she had her phone in her hand. And the last thing he remembered is her having the ball. So, 100-pound American bulldog full of anxiety goes for his ball and then latches onto my wife's arm and takes her to the ground, latched on. It was instantaneous. It was god awful. And so me and my son were there, we're there right away trying to get him to let loose. This is the scary part. The scary part is that I know he didn't know what he done, but he didn't want to let go. What's up, PD? So he didn't want to let go. So finally we got him loose. I have a very, very weak stomach when it comes to blood and stuff like that. Injury just drives me nuts. So once he lets go, he realizes that he's done something wrong, goes and lays down. My son shuts the door. We get her into the bathroom, and we're trying to get this sweater off of her arm because it was cold. Well, we pull it off, and at this point, I'm about to throw up, getting ready to lose it. I'm gonna get through this part pretty quick, but it was in bad shape. So sucked it up as best we could. Both my son and I weren't very good with it. We got her dressed, got her to the hospital, and long story short, the whole night, Monday night, we spent at the emergency room. Then I got in an argument with the doctor in the emergency room, and it has a fairly good ending, Joe. So I get in an argument with the doctor in the emergency room because he makes us wait an hour for an ambulance to take her to the next city over that has a hand and arm specialist like that. So he tells me I have to put her on an ambulance. We don't, and then we come to find out the ambulance driver says no, but I'd already signed off on her getting on into the ambulance at that point after he said that we weren't allowed to, whatever the case. We get her to Louisville. The pain is hard, is heavy. She's having, she's struggling. And this is after they had dosed her up with some Percocet and a fentanyl shot, I think is what they said. Anyway, we get down to the hospital. The doctor comes in, 5:30 in the morning. He sews her up, fixes some tendons. What's up, Swamp Rat? Fixes some tendons and gets her sewed back up kind of lightly. This is 2 days before we're supposed to leave on our trip. So we're sitting here and we're trying to decide whether or not we really want to go. And, as soon as we got home that morning, immediately, while I'm in a good state of mind to do the right thing here, it was one of those instances where I can't take the chance for the dog to do something else, because although he didn't mean it, he didn't let go. And so this is like my son. This is like another child in the house. So immediately I load him up. I call my vet. We're taking him over to have him put to sleep. So on the way over, I get a phone call, and this phone call is from the health department. Hey, we've got a report of your dog biting. And I am sorry for doing this tonight. I needed to clear some of it off my chest because my conscience has been full of it. So anyway, we're headed to the vet. We're going to have him put down. And the health department says, if I do that, not only is there the fees involved with having him put down and then having him cremated and doing it that way, then I also have to pay for a surgery fee to have his head removed for the state. Cool. So I asked him how much that would be, and inevitably it was going, after the emergency room visit being $600 after copay. And so we're like, okay, what's my other option? My other option is that you take him to the shelter, and you take him to the shelter. They quarantine him for 10 days, and then they do it. Then you get a letter in the mail letting you know how it went. Okay, I didn't have a choice. Didn't want to do it that way, but didn't have a choice. So we take him this is after I'd been up for 30 hours already. This was that morning. and I'd been up since the day before working. So I took him in, and then at this point in time, she's fixed. She's home. She's asleep, and so now I've got my pet, my extra child here, because if anybody knows us as a family, we worship and we take very good care of our animals. We love them. And what's up, John? Digologist is in the house. I better start switching some comments here. Anyway, so I go to put him in there. Now my emotions have changed, right? Now at this point, I don't want to drop him off, because when you walk inside the animal shelter, you all know what it's like. 40 dogs crying, wanting out of their cages, and I had to put him in a cage and walk away. And after that one incident, he never acted anywhere out of line again. So we're at the point now. I'm just going to go ahead and get through this part of it, because I want to get on to other things. Once he's in there and we get it all squared away, and I walk away, and when I took the muzzle off, and I couldn't love on him, because I knew if I loved on him, I wasn't going to leave him. So now we're in the middle. We're at the end of this 10-day process. Tomorrow is the end of the 10 days, and then they do the deed. Not being able to vent, having so much going on, and I come in here, and this place here is where I feel I have a ton of family. I'm going to get to that in a minute too, but I wanted to share, because I struggled, and I'm still struggling. Tomorrow's D-Day, and it's not going to be fun. Next point is, so tomorrow is the 10th day of quarantine for the dog, and then they have to put him down. I was hoping that it would come faster, because I didn't want him to be there, and I didn't want, because the type of person I am, I just want to go get him. My wife is, thanks, Joe. My wife she's healing up nicely. She goes back to work in a limited status tomorrow. We got back from the specialist on Tuesday. The specialist said, hey, they sewed you up nicely. I don't think we're going to have to do any additional surgery. She's having some problems raising one finger. But physical therapy for like a month or something, or we don't even know how long, but basically we don't have to open that arm back up. And my wife's tiny. She's a little thing. I mean, not at all. But all you people that are in here, most every single one of you are in here every week, and it's really bringing me. This is all bringing me to one big point for tonight, but I wanted to share. I wanted everybody to know that I was having I was having problems dealing. So it's not real easy. But she's doing fine. She's going to get better. She's getting better as we speak. She gets to go back to work tomorrow, and we start physical therapy next week, and then we will know something more probably like January 7th, when she has her next big appointment. I'd never come in here and shared a lot of personal stuff like that, but it's been very hard on us this week. That's why the other dog, he's never really around here so much, so he's popping in when I'm in the studio area. But it's nice to know that most everybody in here that's here a lot of the time are people that I can relate to. That most of you, a lot of you, I have conversations with, if not daily, weekly. Whether it be text, a Facebook message, there's a lot of you in here tonight that I'm in constant communication with, and I wanted to, not that I wanted to share, because I just needed to get some of it off my chest. So sitting here, once we got back from our trip, I had plans for this week. I put them on hold. I changed my mind, because I'm at that point, I decided that I was going to come in here and I was going to enjoy something. I was going to go through comments the whole night. I was going to have chats with everybody that's here, and we were going to have, I was going to try to make it an uplifting day and a fun day. And the first thing to talk about is next Thursday night in here. We're going to be doing it will come in here next Thursday night. We're going to have a drawing. It's going to be for our 1,300 subscriber giveaway. And there were some things about that I I've been working. So when I started YouTube, it wasn't for this. This had nothing to do with why I started YouTube. I started YouTube for my mother, that's elderly and wants to see me and can't see me every day. And then and then it sort of progressed into this, going back to, and then we're going to get back to a year ago. And there's some of the stuff here, but what 1,300 subscribers means, it means that there's a lot of people that have clicked that button, but there's about 150 to 200 of you that I see a lot. I watch your stuff. I know your name. I know a little bit about you, if not a lot about you. And I've offered my friendship and, to you in some manner of speaking. So 1,300 means that there's a lot of people in here today that I know personally that I have to thank for this. A lot of it because hanging out in here with you guys has really helped me come out of a shell to be a vocal person in front of a camera. And it's super. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy myself every week. Hey, don't the unexpected. Everything's taken care of, Kathy. But I thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You're one of the people that I really enjoy talking to as well, and I thank you so much. But what it means to me is that I've got a family that's growing now. All 1,300 of these people, I don't know who most of them are. Don't ever talk to a lot of them or see a lot of them. Some of them watch my videos and not my lives. So it's kind of pushing me into how I'm going to progress the channel going to next year, because Alex and I have decided that no matter what we do, we're going to make whatever we do, we're going to make it better to try to keep growing a community and getting people together to do stuff. This past year, I've made it a point. I bet I've went out and met, let's just say, 25 to 35 other YouTubers in less than a year. And most everyone that I met, I can call my friend, I will call my brother, and I will call my family. Haven't met not one single person that I didn't like and enjoy the time I got to spend with. Everybody at Ed's event treated me like I'd been there for 10 years. Every single last one of Ed's event, flash in your pan. Everybody, Tanner and Sonia made trips in here to see me and hang out for a week, a weekend. And we got to spend a couple of days together. Excellent time. I've got to hang out with Kay Madison twice. I got to hang out with FL Thunder, digging with Rob, Dirt Troll and Troy. I didn't get to meet Dalton, but I got to hang out with those folks as well. Then I got to go to Swifty's event and hang out with every one of you guys. It's been fantastic. It's been eye-opening. It's a new life for me. It's not that my life here at home isn't great, but my life here at home allows me those kind of opportunities because I got such a great family. So we get to go hang out and do things like that. Working very hard at my job, which I put a ton of hours in, has allowed me some opportunities to do stuff like that. So this year, it's going to be as much of that as humanly possible. There's the one person I want to go see just about as much as anybody right now is I want to get down to that island that's right there and go see Gene, because what a great family. That brings us to the next part of this. I'm going to let anybody that's in here that's progressing a channel, and I saw Dawn in here a little bit ago, Dawn the Metal Detective. I got to have dinner with her and her husband in our last trip to Texas. I got to communicate some of my feelings about the dog with her and her husband. Such gracious people, absolutely nice, caring people. Got to spend an adult evening with, and have a meal. And Dawn, I appreciate you. It was nice to meet your husband. And when you come up this way, give me a holler. It was a blast. There's my buddy Lou right there. His name is on this list too. I'm going to go back. Whenever we pass these milestones, you don't necessarily think about what it means. And what this last one here meant. 1 year ago today, on this channel, I had 300 81 subscribers. That was after 2 years of making one video every week for the most part year round, and trying really hard to just, I wasn't trying really hard for the gains, but I was trying really hard to get better at the content. So I was making videos one a week for 2 years, and I had 381 subs. We had 600 hours of view time and less than 6,000 views. Duck race available. Rob, we're going to do one tonight, bro. I got a super sticker pack for tonight. I'll get you here in just a minute if you want to. So I sit there and I reflected a little bit about what my time was like in here on YouTube and with all of you, and it got better. It changed. I started hanging out in live streams last fall. I had never been on social media at all. I joined Facebook and I joined Instagram, but not for family, because family on there over dramatizes things. I just joined it for hobby, pure hobby, Instagram and Twitter too. But Twitter, the people on there are kind of brutal, so I don't have to talk to them much. But Instagram and Facebook, I joined at the same time, and I started watching live streams. And the live streams that I watched at the time, I watched the Jersey History Hunters. Back when it was a duo, Rachel and Audra, I watched them almost every week. I watched the Copperheads. I watched a few others. The Digging Canuck, and then the other one I can't even get his name, the Hunter GT. I watched all those guys. Ed Marvin. I watched every single. That's who I was watching. Had no idea. I was in there hanging out in the chat, trying to grow my channel, and I was meeting people in there, trying to gain subscribers. My videos started picking up traction at that point. So a few months before the 1 year ago, everything started going a little better. So what ended up happening was that I started setting goals. And then about a month later or so, I met Marlon from Mayor Videos, and he was bouncing all these live streams, and he's the one that convinced me to do this and to hang out with him. And he was always calling me when people were bringing people up, so that I put my face out there. And I was embarrassed at first. I didn't want to do it. Got through that. So when we got through there, and the people that I'm most associated with brings me to the next point of this. I set goals. And then once I set goals for what to do in here on YouTube, things changed. If you really want to do something, setting goals is the way to get yourself propelled to it, because you can see how much closer you get. YouTube provides you that with subscribers, view time. It gives you all the things you need to see how you're doing your goals. Everybody has different goals. With that being said, today when I looked over at my account and I was sitting here trying to think about what I wanted to talk about this first half hour or so tonight, this is what came out. When you look on here, I wanted it gives you channels that you're associated with, or the people that watch your channels, or and who watches their videos. The first 5 on that list. And you'll understand when I say it. The first one on the list is probably because of how many times Marlon and I spent time. But Mayor Videos was the first name on my list. People that watch Marlon stream come in here. Second name on that list was FL Thunder Digging with Rob. Rob and I, since we collaborated that one time, he's given me my best stream. And I think the day he and I dug gave him one of his best videos, most viewed. Oh, okay. I thought I froze there for a second. After that, the next 3 will kind of surprise you, but they won't. The next one on the list was Clark's Cove. And because Robert and Melissa was one of the first channels I came in contact with, and they came over here, and we just was always bouncing back and forth. No big deal. Then the next one is, if you want to see something that's right there is digging with Deej. Deej has the live stream. Hung out with Deej quite a bit, but it's a very similar type of channel, I would assume. And then the next one on the list has nothing more to do with anything other than what we've been doing on Monday nights, and that's Brian from B Higgles. He's really took the hashtag Monday Digs and put it everywhere. And what it did is it associated his channel a lot with mine. After that, I'm going to go through this list pretty quickly here because you're going to see a lot of names that you know. The next one's Gene from We Dig It. That was like there on 6th. And then Iron Antler Adventures, which was the one that kind of surprised me that was on my list because, I haven't been around them very long, but, people are watching me or watching them. So good for them, good for me. Metal Detecting with Randy. The Magnetic Squatch for Friday night, Squatching After Dark, who, by the way, is not going to be there this week, but Snorkel Pirate's going to fill in for him. So they're still going to have their show. Papa Roos, What's in the Dirt, Mr. Bill. His came up next. The next one on the list was in the chat earlier, Gary's Metal Detecting. He's also part of our Monday Digs lineup. Liz at Digging Canuck, Metal Detecting NYC, and my good buddy here, Mr. Lou from Indiana Tones. Also, one thing we noticed is that anything over a couple percent of the viewership, 70 different countries on 6 different continents. And you're sitting, and I sit here and I thought about that. I put it into perspective that it's a community, but everybody has the opportunity to see us, and we all have the opportunity to make this what we want it to be. And I want it to be a place where, when we go on vacation, you look in your Rolodex to see who's close and you go dig or you go throw a magnet or you go prospect with. That's my goal for vacation time now, is to see who's going to be close and see if I can go find somebody to hang out with, because everybody in here is treating me like family. And Mad Hatter Pops keeps showing up in here. He's got a Funko Pop channel. I get over there every so often, but he is always in here supporting. On Park Rat, Pat, you did not make the list. And I'm really surprised because of, you and I have been fairly close for a hot minute too. But I don't make the list, but I will check. If as soon as you get on there, I will let you know. So once again, I did want to apologize for rambling, because I don't normally sit here and ramble, and I don't normally sit here and ramble about what's going on in here and with me personally. But, I wanted to share today, because at the end of the day, I'm really proud of it. I'm truly happy and proud of what's happened in here and all the people. That guy right there, Malaysian Metal Detector, I commented on one of his videos or a live stream or something that he was in, and I got a 200 subscription push from Southeast Asia at around 700, because you can see that in the analytics where they came from. They came from that channel, and it was just one of those, that I go watch. And I don't know how it happened. It was either from a comment or whatnot, but there was like 150 to 200 subs that came over from his channel. So thank you. I appreciate it. Jeff's Obsessions is in the house. Hey Jeff, how are you doing tonight? What's your niche here, brother? Are you what kind of channel? Oh, I think I see a metal detector. But if you got a metal detector and you got a channel, then you should promote your channel in here. Let's see. Let me get that really fast. Whew. Okay. But I wanted to go through that just to say the difference that a year could make. This last year has been, it's just been exponential. And the main thing that I have to take out of it is because somebody convinced me to put myself out there, not so much necessarily on a personal level, but to personalize what I did. And then I turned it into personal relationships with other people. And I'm thanking everybody that shows up in here and hanging out. It's a pleasure to get to do this. It's a pleasure that you guys show up. I'm grateful, ever grateful. But like I said, there's been certain things that happened, and you can't explain it. You hit the right hit with YouTube. Like I got one video that jumped up really fast. I don't know what the heck happened, but my email is on my about page. My address is somewhere there as well, probably. Anybody that wants anything and wants to hit me up for anything, if anybody wants to come in here and hang out, you're more than welcome. It's been fun. This last year has been a blast, and next year is going to be different. It's not going to be the same as it's been. There's probably going to be a lot of interviews. There's probably going to be a lot more test videos because this legend is, I'm going to wear it out next year for sure. Yes. So, and I've totally blown my whole train of thought for everything else because I had to get some of the, once you get the venting done. Hey, NorCal, nice to see you. I don't know if I mentioned you earlier. I got to go back. I totally blew my train of thought today. Isn't this nice? Let me go back here and read my own stuff. Oh, if you're not interested in that, and that's fine. The one thing we were doing is that next to next week, after next week, I do not have any more made merch in my possession. Everything will be completely gone. I have one t-shirt left, and I have two. One's a child size, but I bought those to give those away. But I have one extra large t-shirt that's part of next week's giveaway for the 1,300 subscribers, and that's it. So we started a campaign on Bonfire, just to see if we could raise a little bit of money, because I've got a few things that for in here that I'm paying for. Right on, Tanner. You never sent me pictures though. I don't think you might have, but anyway, I put up on a campaign for some shirts, and I have a very modest goal of 10. We've gotten a few of them with a few tips in there. I'm going to upgrade my streaming software early in January, and that's what that is going to be kind of for. I want to also thank Nathan Perez, BC Treasure Trails, and Dawn the Metal Detective, because the 12 Days of Christmas stuff for this channel, this whole month is going to be about doing giveaways. But those three in particular contributed to that particular fund, and it made it a little bit nicer. So now I went through and I've added some stuff for that. We'll go through that here in a minute too, because I'm really excited. I just haven't quite figured out exactly how I want to do it. It's going to be more of it's going to be randomized, but there's going to be parts of the giveaways all the way through until the end of the year. And I don't think I'm not taking any more trips by the end of the year, and I'm off the last whole week of the year, plus January 1st and 2nd. So I'm off into next year, and there's no telling what I'm going to do if I get stir crazy in the house and I can't dig if it gets cold. So there's going to be some form of chain giveaways, and then there's going to be a grand prize giveaway at the end of it. Let's go through some of the stuff that's already set up for those giveaways. And man, it's so much fun to do. But there's coins. There is 2 copper round peace dollars for sure that they were donated to the channel. There's also a digging tool. There is also 2 pinpointers, different brands. There's Amazon gift cards. There is 2 pouches. There is stickers with every giveaway, and poker chips if you don't already have them. Also, and I can't quite remember everything. Let's see. 2 pinpointers, 2 pouches, a digging tool, and I know there's oh yeah, I almost forgot. Kratos, who I picked up as an affiliate, is donating a double-sided 1,200 pound magnet as well. And this is all going to come about, over the course of this month. I haven't got a schedule lined out yet, but I'm going to drop, I might do a Monday night live and come in for 15 minutes and do a giveaway. We'll have one on the Thursday. We might have one, I might drop one at a weird time. Yeah. Joe, Kratos is awesome. # Team Kratos. You know what? They jumped on board and I didn't even have to ask. I mean, I really didn't. I really didn't even have to ask. I saw a text message there and we had a conversation, and then and next thing you know, hey, Jersey Ray says she has a $25 gift card she can donate as well. Hey, that's cool, Rachel. I will be in touch with you because when we go to do this, I'll let you know which day, and then I will definitely, that day will be the day that I promote your stream and your channel as well, because starting and doing that is awesome. So I appreciate that. You can come in here and hang out with me one night when we do that part of it. But it's going to consist over, I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to work out yet, but by Christmas time, there will be gifts all the way through. I'll have a schedule made soon enough. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to do it exactly, but I wanted to randomize it for everybody. So we got those coming. Randy says he's 4 away from 400. That's a goal. Please help. If you're not there, help him get there. Whatever, Ed. Dawn, you don't have to do anything. You've already contributed, but I thank you for that very much. You don't ever have to worry about that. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this year. Next year, I'm going to still dig. I'm going to continually test equipment and work, because at some point in time, this is going to be at some point in time, I want this to be my retirement stuff. I want this to be my spare nickels on the weekend for retirement. I want to retire early, and I want to dig. I want to get out there and enjoy life, because not everybody gets to. Most people, like my father, work until they're 80 years old. My dad still works. My dad is 80 years old, and he's back to work almost full time. And I don't want that to be me. I want to play. I want to have fun. I want to hang out with people, and I want to travel, and I want to do stuff. Charlie from AU Guys Prospecting. What's up, my brother? Nice to see you. What a great guest the other couple weeks ago. Let's do this. Rob. Come on, Rob. Come hang out. And I appreciate all the well wishes for my wife. She's doing really well. Other than going back to work for the last 2 days, I didn't leave. I hung out. Probably not this Monday, but the next Monday after that, my next video after that will have me and Kay Madison hanging out together, which was really cool. Yeah, I would love to. I'm going to go different places. So we're going to do some stuff. Hey, one of the guys I wanted to hang out with for a second and bring on up is King Lou of Indiana Tones. What's up, my brother?
I'll be right back.
No worries. I'll set you back down for a second. No. Swamp's comment about the beer mugs. I did not see it. But anybody that wants to, if it's something else for the giveaway, here, let me just change the banner really fast. There you go. That's my address. That's my personal home address. I don't care. Just don't stop by and see me unannounced, and we're good. Mr. Roberto.
How we doing, gang?
I'm doing well, my friend. I could use a little help tonight.
46 names in the duck race.
You got them already figured out?
I'm missing just a couple.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab tonight's pack, and I'm gonna go through it a little bit here, because I decided today is gonna have a massive sticker pack and a poker chip, but I'm gonna kind of go through everybody that's gonna be involved tonight, or that's involved in this giveaway, because you know what, everybody has sticker packs, but I think today is since I got past 1,300 and I haven't done a giveaway in a couple weeks. By the way, to everybody out there, I did get caught up on my mail. Finally, I got all my extra stuff sent out, and it all made it home. So Miss Emily from Little Dirt Diggers did me a nice thing for the T-shirt I gave her and the gift pack I sent her. So that was really cool. It's really, it's a lot of fun when you see something that you've had made for yourself, with a logo on it, and see somebody else sport it and is happy about it. That's really awesome. I'm going to go through this sticker pack, and this sticker pack, we're going to count them as we go because I don't know how many there's in here. But the first one in my list today is Shelly and Dawn from Can You Dig It? And then I got Team Clam Bake, History in the Dirt and Metal Detecting NYC. I got a oh shoot, I can't even think what you call that sticker. A holographic one of his. I got a Copperhead sticker that's going to go out. Mark at
You may lose me for a second here.
Go for it, man. I'm
going to switch cameras.
All right, you're good. What's up, Lou?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, and I got a Ram Detecting. We Dig It. I'm going through my sticker pack tonight that's going out. I decided to make a gigantic one. A 508 Magnets. Michigan Detecting History's Mysteries. It's a Facebook group. And of course, the Mayor Videos sticker because Marlon sent me a ton. Awesome. I got some Brotherhood Metal Detecting, Eric. I got the Sticker Mule logos. My good buddy Ian from Relics and Stack Stones that's kind of been taking a break for a minute, but I got his sticker as well. Don Garza from Relic Reaper Metal Detecting. I have I don't know where this one came from, but it's going in. It's a nice Yeti sticker. Demon Rat 71 Metal Detecting. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. I heard he was working really hard out there in Oregon. The FL Thunder Digging with Rob, Digging Florida sticker. Magnetic Squatch. Wow. Rock Magnet Fisher. Modest Moongazer, which is associated with Ian. A Relics and Stack Stones magnet. Also, another Relics and Stack Stones sticker. There's two in there. Treasure Hunting with Swifty. SWFL Treasure Detecting. Come on, how far can we go? Clark's Cove Detecting. Jersey History Hunter. Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. Anthony.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Lou, I got to get through these names really fast, and then we'll chit-chat. Another one of Don Garza. It's a Quester of the Past. Also, Charlie from Digging It Back. I got one of his stickers. Then I got Brandon, the Alabama Dirt Digger. And then to top it all up, from Tampa Bay, Florida, Myers Metal Detectors. Plus, you'll get a holographic version of my sticker and one of my stickers and a poker chip. If that isn't a sticker pack, I don't know what is. This is everything that I have more than one of that's still left that I haven't sent to Richard Stowe yet. So those will be involved here in just a little bit. Lou, how's it been going in New York City, my friend?
It's going good. This is my favorite season of the year. I couldn't figure out what detecting I like the most. I like anything pre-America. That's what I'm looking for. Anything that's pre-America up to, 1800s. That's the stuff I want to find. Even though I love finding gold rings.
You really look like, from watching here lately, what I notice more of than anything is you're definitely off the beaten path looking to find something different. Honestly, it seems like you're working really hard to find history in places that nobody's thought of. Is that true?
It's true. And these places, they're not like off. You have to really walk far to get to. And there's only so much light during the day. So it's, man.
I definitely, I noticed that, I was like, man, what's Lou doing? He's out in the booties in the woods. I didn't know there was that many woods in New York City. In my brain, I'm thinking he's looking for something that hasn't been hammered to death, that he can find something old, maybe not necessarily get lucky, because I know you're doing research to begin with, to try to find stuff, but you're still looking for that epic find. I can tell, because
those apps really help find old properties, like old maps. There's an app called Old Maps, and when you're standing somewhere, it just overlays right where you're walking. And there's places that are pounded, but You'll look at this map and it'll show another area that no one knew about, and bam, whole bunch of stuff.
Do you know? Now when I start going through, I look different places. You use historic MapWorks. Do you have maps from the 1883 fire maps? Do you have those?
I don't.
So those are really good, and they have them for every city. I'm sure New York has them. Then the Library of Congress, I find a lot of pre-Civil War maps in Library of Congress. Oh, wow. That's a good place to look. And then I always use historic aerials to look for places that had structures that didn't have it before on the oldest aerial. That's what I do most of the time. And I'm chasing old small houses out in the country that right now that's what we're chasing. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for places that hasn't been hammered to death, because every colonial style house downtown in the towns we hunt have been dug 2, 3, 5 times.
Wow. And some of the areas that have been pounded for 30 years, you'll still go out there and you'll find something. It's insane, especially when machines come out.
Yeah. Oh, every time we get a new machine, we always go back to our old haunts. Always. I'm going to hang on a second here. Rob, thank you, because I wouldn't have had the patience to type in the names tonight, so I appreciate it. Muscle Shell is in the house. Haven't seen you in a hot minute, but every time I see Muscle Shell live, I click into his stream and there's nobody there. It's like early in the morning or something weird, and I'm like, and they're laughing about it or something. And I'm pretty sure that's his. You think you got everything squared away, Rob?
I do now.
All right. If Rob hasn't got you entered by now, then you're not in.
I got 48 of you, and it says we're 49. I think I got everybody but you, Shane.
Okay, well, that's hunky dory. I'm going to start this thing in about 3 seconds. Go ahead and hit the button, Rob. Go.
Here we go.
Oh, super full screen, Rob. I don't know what you did.
Laggage.
Oh, sorry.
That's closer. Oh, let's see. I can't even hardly see it. Let me make it bigger. Looks like the Russian digger Alex is kicking it up in there.
Quack.
Where'd it go? Oh,
Affleck.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking about. Johnny Small Pepper, I'm assuming, is cruise to the lead. Let's see. I see Carlos is coming up. I see Jeff hanging out in there. Alley Cat's on the outside. Brewers is in there as well. Metal Detecting North Carolina Mike's in there. Digologist with his dinosaur costume. Oh, hey, you guys coming up in there too. Tom Riley. Metal Detecting North Carolina's holding his own. Marlin's coming up there as well with his crown. King Marlin, king for a day. And there's those 4 are pulling ahead. Digger Dan, Johnny, Metal Detecting North Carolina, and Mayor Videos. Who's going to come from off the pace? Oh, it looks like Blindy's catching up. Who's Blindy? Blindy wins.
Shane.
Huh? Oh, Shane. Hey, that's cool.
You told me your name is Duck Blindy.
You named his duck Blindy? Well, that's not fair.
He told me to.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Dude, See It My Way won. I know Shane's probably still in the house. Let's get this thing switched back over here, get back to our regular layout here. Oh, wow. That's really good today. Yeah, man, he didn't even know he was going so fast, didn't know where he was going. All right, Shane, you got to send me. You got to text me your address. I don't know if I have it. I don't think I have it or not. So you're gonna have to text it to me, brother.
Good job, Shane.
Shane, you got a great avatar for your channel. I'm just zooming in.
Which one?
The one right near my head.
Oh, my logo?
Yeah, the logo. So I need to make. I need to make a sticker like this so I could start sending to everybody. That's really nice.
Yeah. That one was made by Ian from Relics and Stacked Stones.
Oh, nice.
So I sent the pictures of these are maps of the valley that I live in, and he took sections of the map and used a nice font. I told him to use orange because that's my favorite color, and he made me those stickers.
Nice.
Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Ian's he's super talented. There's the other one. I think that's the only two I got on there that are channel. But yeah, I like those. The one's got the riverboat for my intro, and he cut that off of there. He's pretty slick with whatever he uses, whatever program. But anyway, Rob, nice to see you. You been digging? You been digging?
I have not been digging for 9 days now because no.
9 days.
Wow.
9 days is like the longest I've gone without digging.
Why is that?
Well, my knee was bothering me and it was all swollen up, so I've been letting that heal up. And the little white ranger finally went belly up.
Oh, did you get a vehicle?
And we had to go in. It wouldn't even run good enough to get.
Rob, I think I'm losing you, brother.
To get it towed, and I went out and bought another car yesterday, and I'm picking it up tomorrow.
Yeah, you've gotten kind of sketchy there on your connection for a minute. Maybe it'll chill out here in a second. You froze for a few minutes there, unless that's not me, right? Lou, you can hear me okay, right?
I could. I was just reading the comments about somebody actually something about the Library of Congress.
Yeah, the Library of Congress has some good maps in there too. I usually find different versions of ones that I have, but Library of Congress has some good ones too. I search all over the place for maps. Also, use like I use military. I learned something about my own city that I live in now. There's a historical protected house in a state park here, and it was by a General Butler who was he was either Revolutionary War or War of 1812. And he had a house here that's protected by the state. It's a state property. What I didn't know was that over in downtown that he had another house built that still stands to this day, and it's not protected. So that's where my next stop on the door knock is to see if I can hunt that yard. But I always search, relevant historical figures in your area because you can find out a lot as well. Sure. I'm all into the research part of it because I figure at this point in time, everything that's noticeable has been hunted at least to some degree, and hopefully one of these days we stumble upon something that hasn't been dug.
For sure, and people could get complacent, especially if they're hunting with veterans that want to go to the same areas. If you don't branch out, these things aren't going to grow back. It's going to be gone. You need to.
Yep, it's only there at one time.
Even if you're the best detectorist, the best machine, if there's nothing there, you're not going to get anything.
Get the base maps app. Gotcha, John.
Yeah, I'll show you this app I have. It works pretty good.
I'm always up for something else.
It should. Can you see it? It says old maps right there.
I think I got it.
That's what I've been using.
I bet New York has a lot.
Oh, forget it. There's not enough time.
I never thought about that because I always think of New York as a concrete city, but yeah, there's some old ground in New York.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here in this Richmond County, this was where the English were. All the loyalists lived here until the British started, towards the end. They started getting mean to the locals. So there's tons. First it was Dutch. Well, first it was Native, then it was Dutch and Spanish colony. We had the British troops here, so much stuff here. It's not enough time in the day.
There's got to be something.
Dalton loves to hunt old ground that's been hunted before. He takes it as a challenge.
Well, a lot of times you're most of the time you go out and hunt, at least old properties that or everybody knows was there. You're hunting behind somebody else. There's a couple people that came through this area where we lived in the 80s and the 90s. And I know the machines are better, but obvious signals are obvious signals, and they probably got dug then. But
it's funny. Dalton and I did this big corner house in Tampa, 1920s corner house in Tampa, big huge mansion on a corner lot. And I knocked on the door, and I gave the guy my spiel, and he goes, "Weren't you just here like a month ago and asking me to metal detect?" I go, "No, sir, we've never asked you before." And he goes, "Man, somebody like you that looked just like you came here and asked me." And I said, "Well, it wasn't us, but would you mind if we just went over the yard again, even though you had it done? The guy goes, yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Awesome.
We had 3 silvers in the first 10 minutes. So either this guy was smoking dope, or whoever was detecting it had no idea what they were doing, because we had 3 silvers and a half a dozen Wheaties in like 15 minutes.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just somebody tells you it's been hunted. These last 2 videos I did on that big 24 corner lot with Tampa with Dalton, where he pulled the 7 nickels the one day, 2 V's, 2 Buffaloes, and 3 old Jeffersons, and then he got the silver thimble. We've gotten 60 Wheaties off the place. I got the Merc dime, all kind of relics. She said a couple guys did it 5 years ago. So
yeah, and a lot of people will come through. And a lot of times they'll try to cherry pick. And you know how easy it is to go over a signal and miss it.
Absolutely, especially if you're using a small coil. I just started using my sniper coil, Shane.
I love that thing.
Man, that thing is so light you can't even feel it.
Yeah, it's nice. And that's the thing. That's the best part, when somebody's already hunted somewhere like that.
Hey, buddy, look at my buddy at my club did for me.
Oh, wow.
He did a little display awesome for my $18.99 barber.
Heck yeah.
I got a good club. I saw your video with your club, Lou.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. The pandemic really killed my club. It really did.
See, we got lucky. We lost a couple months, but then we started meeting back up at a public park under a shelter, and that went okay for a while. And then when it kind of eased the restrictions here, the place we've been having it, which is a sports goods store that has metal detectors, we all bought our detectors from, they wouldn't let us back in. So luckily, Quaker Steak and Lube, the sports bar restaurant, they have a whole separate closed off one section of the dining room that they close off, and they give it to us just for having us come in and have dinner with us. So we've been averaging 40 to 45 people a meeting.
That's epic.
Yeah, that is nice.
That's epic. I miss showing off my finds.
Hey, really quick, I saw earlier, I said hello, or I brought their comment up, but Lucky Jen, welcome to the stream. I'd never seen you in here before. I gave you moderator status if you would like to promote yourself. Oh, you're at the bottom again.
She did a big stream tonight, Shane, before yours.
Oh, really?
I think it was her first one she's done, and she had over 50 people. She did really great.
Absolutely. Well, I will have to get over and check that out. I really, since I got somebody to knock it off of, what did you think of how the analytics tied all of our channels really together as, places where everybody kind of go to each of our channels, watch each other's channels a lot? I thought that was really cool.
I was listening to you do that, and I was doing the duck race at the same time doing it. So I didn't really catch you say that it was analytics. So I was wondering where you're getting all these stats from until at the end you said it was analytics again. And I know Pat does a lot of study of the analytics. I don't do it as much, but man, you pulled a lot of info out of there.
Yeah, I just pulled it. I went back 1 year ago today, and it's like, so basically in the last year it's been 1,000 subs and about 6,000 hours. Jersey, I will see you later. I will let you know for sure what night I'll do your gift card along with something else. And you can come up and hang out with me. Lucky Jen, you're welcome. Oh, got it. Well, thank you, Practical Ken. It's a big family in here, and most of the people here, we all support each other because it's a very small niche in this YouTube world, and we try to take care of each other. At least that's the way I look at it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Well, yes, Don, but I didn't want to say that, Don, because I tend to have foot and mouth disease when I make comments like that. So I don't make comments like that, Don.
But yeah, so it's been it was really cool going through here today and just picking through some of that. I don't ever, today was the first time I've ever unloaded personal stuff in here at all, and it felt really good to get it off my chest. And just because I already am recovering from it, but it just felt good to vent.
I had my Doberman for 13 years, Shane, and when I had to make that drive to the vet, it was one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah, it's god awful. Carlos, you're my hero, brother.
He's a great guy, let me tell you.
Dude, he's like third on my list to be up here for a full hour. I could beat on him for an hour with stuff that I got wrote down for him.
He found this Roman looking thing. I don't even know what it is. You can wear it around your neck. I told him I loved it so much. He sent it to me. He found this thing. It's unbelievable. And he made that kit that you saw me do the electrolysis. He built that kit for me.
That's a cool kit. I like that square glass bowl thing, Lou.
Really cool. I just wanted to show this because I don't get to show this at my club. This is
sure.
in a week. I got that Croto Bell. Look at that. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
That's tops on my bucket list.
Right there. And so 1680s house, I'm not supposed to say where it is until we pound the hell out of it. Unfortunately, this is going back to the house because we promised. It's a historical house. I can't even say the name of this house. Anyway, this place was hunted by somebody a few times that was trusted to give the stuff back. The first signal I dug was this button, presidential button, Henry Clay, the great. He ran for president. He was Secretary of State, Congressman, the great compromiser. 1844 presidential button. Solid 22. 22 is usually trash for me. It could be a real, but
22 is a bottle cap all day long. Lou.
Yeah, and that's a kid now. I almost died.
Henry Clay was a representative from the state I live in.
That's unbelievable. And I only found one online for sale, and it was $300. It was like a new one. But I wish I could keep this. It like kills me that I have to give it back. But once I'm gone, at least it'll be in a display with my name on it.
But see, it'll be right here on YouTube, Lou, forever.
It's right.
Off that you found.
I'm glad I have YouTube to show it off.
Hey, that's something. Those are things like that you just can't put a price tag on, or you can't come up with a value.
And Lou, my family wants to know how fast they can throw all my shit away after I'm dead.
Or sell it, right?
Yeah.
Or sell it.
It gets out of hand sometimes. The bins in my garage get filled, and then in the winter, that's when I start going through everything and like recycling or tumbling, stuff like that. What's that?
Tear out.
Is that a Ford?
Ford, yeah, Ford. It's a little crack there, but yeah, it's a Ford center grease cap. Only my second one I've ever found.
Awesome.
I cleaned it up. It didn't look like that. I like cleaning my stuff up. But that was on a street tear out on 1900 Street.
Oh, Malaysia. The 22 is the VDI on the Equinox. Yep.
Lou, when I started detecting, I didn't even know what VDI meant. I had to actually Google it and type it in. I didn't even know. I'm listening to live streams and videos, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell VDI means.
Yeah, I mean, you learn. I mean, when I started at a utility company, the most I knew was how to flip on a switch, and now I could pretty much build a substation from ground up. So,
thanks, Don.
What a honestly, wow, that's really strange
for Gene down there, or not Gene, Detective Smile. No, Merck's are 26, 27 for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard you say on your club
27,
hunt,
yeah.
I heard you say on your club hunt, Lou, that you were getting Wheaties at 29s at quarter signals.
Yeah.
That happens down here in Florida all the time.
That happens down there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe one every 10 or 20 Wheaties. All of a sudden you get a 29, you think you're digging for a clad quarter, and a Wheatie comes out and you're like, how the hell did that happen? And
it feels like when there's different weather, the signals are different. If it's wet, maybe it's more conductive. I don't know. The soil is very weird here as well. So,
yeah, Shane, I'll tell you something. I'm ready to go back to Missouri tomorrow, buddy.
I bet. Yeah, that's the next stop on my list is that because everybody says they've hammered it, but I'm going to go down and this Sunday I'm going to go down here when I get off work, and I'm going to hit the courthouse here just because I can.
I've got 7 courthouses mapped out for my next trip to Kansas City. All of them look just like the 2 that I did. And Shane, every person in the Midwest I dealt with was so nice. I didn't get a single no in Missouri.
Wow, I wish I didn't.
I haven't even published it yet, but I went and found the original. The courthouse I did was 1896, and the plaque on it said, "This is the courthouse that replaced the original 1837 courthouse." I went about 4 blocks down the road, found the 1837 courthouse, went to the historical museum next door, and there was like this little 85-year-old lady running the place. And I said, "Are you in charge?" And she said, "Yes, sir." And I gave her my spiel, and I said, "Has anybody ever asked you to metal detect it for relics?" I said, "I would turn them all over to you." And she said, this is what she said to me. She was so nice. She goes, "Well, Sonny, would that be something you'd be interested in doing?"
Yeah.
I
Well,
got to
yes.
hunt an 1837 courthouse, oldest property I've ever done.
Wow.
First signal was an Indian. And I got my first full square nail, 6-inch long square nail.
Wow.
And she came out and she says, "You found anything?" And I said, "I found an Indian head penny and I found this square nail." And she said, "Oh, we find those all the time on my property. My house is in 1888, and you're more than welcome when you get down here to come over and do my 1888.
That's
that
how it
property
starts.
cross street, that's 1890s, and I'll ask them, and they'll let you do." She had me 3 1800s properties that I didn't even have time to do.
Oh. Yeah.
So yeah,
Sometimes
I got to get back
yeah.
to Missouri.
Sometimes I want to be like those people that live in the vans that travel.
Lou, I'm telling you, Lou, because I heard Shane say he wants to make this his job when he retires and travel. Yeah, if I was a single guy like Tommy or like Dennis, yeah, I'd be doing this in a heartbeat.
Yep. And
I don't think that.
It's too bad we didn't start earlier. Like the early channels didn't have as many people doing it, so that it was like a lot easier for them to grow. And the algorithms were different. If somebody with a lot of subscribers came to your channel, then more people would flock over. It doesn't happen anymore like that.
But you know what? Shane talked about that Southeast channel. He's not on right now anymore because he's super busy. But you guys remember? Oh my God, I'm having a Shane moment here. The guy that works for NASA over there on the East Coast. Oh, Park Rat Pat would know who I'm talking about. But anyway, he got interacting with a couple of the Southeast Asia channels, and the same thing with you, Shane. Within a week, he was up 200 subscribers.
Mine just happened all at once, and it was because it was either a live stream or something. I just saw Metal Detecting Malaysia, and he'd always commented on my videos, and I think it was the first time I'd watched any of his stuff. And I flipped over there, and I know I talked in this chat for a minute, and there was like 60 people. It was a live stream. There was like 60 people in this live stream, and all I said something was like, "Thanks for the support," da 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 da. And then I don't know, 2 weeks, about a week later, the numbers started just exponentially going up every day, 15, 20, 30 for like 5 days.
Chad from Wig TV.
Chad, okay. Chad Whittington. Wiggington.
He said the same thing you did. They're a very loyal and giving bunch of subscribers and viewers over there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple places over there that's what they do. If you watch the girl Bucci Bonita, the one that comes in my streams all the time, she's an avid supporter. If you stop by their stream, 10 of them will come back over. I mean, a lot of those subs they take back from you. I mean, it happens, but they'll come over and they'll tell you that they came from her channel. And I've had that happen several times.
Right, but while you've still got them there, by having the more subs in your channel grows, people want to know why, and they come over to see your channel too, and some of them will stick.
I've been watching videos about how the algorithm truly works and what it does, because I'm inevitably always curious, and if I can figure something out for myself, then I'll be in here sharing it to try to figure it out for somebody else. I mean, it seems like the higher you go, the easier it is to reach the next level. So, that first goal, I mean, I know everybody, has goals 100, 200, 500, and then 1,000. But when you reach that 1,000, the way YouTube shares your channel changes. You're in more, you become more suggested amongst other channels, and then your suggested videos, it pops up more. I've been learning about it for the sports side of it, because we've been getting hammered with this sports live stream, and I'm trying to think of the guys.
Some of them get a ton of views.
Yeah, I mean, I did last Saturday, the last one I did Tuesday night, ended up with 1,500 views and 160 watch hours for 2 hours worth of work.
On my other channel,
I want to welcome a new channel, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting. His name is Rob. He's a new subscriber to my channel. I don't know if he's been on.
He's been in here before.
Rob, thanks for being here.
Rocky.
But yeah. What was you going to say, Lou?
Oh yeah, some videos I work really hard and I don't get the views, and then ones I think that suck get a lot of views. I don't understand. And then on my cooking channel, I took some cleaner. I'm like, let me tag the brand. I tagged the brand on Twitter, cleaned my stove, had to clean the crud off a stove. I got 20,000 views, and it's still growing. Like I don't get it.
A lot of it has the way you hashtag and the way you tag your videos, along with the way your channel's tagged. I know that has a lot to do with all of it. And you know what? I've been pushing it just to see what it does. But once the people use the hashtag, the Monday Digs thing, and everybody starts putting it in their videos, that list is growing. Once that gets over 100 or 1,000 videos, it promotes even more. I found that, I was getting it through TikTok. I was getting links back to, just everywhere I search, it's starting to come up. And Brian Higgles, B. Higgles, he's really big into that stuff as well. And once we got on him, Gene and I got on the kick, that it's really, it really connected a lot of the channels to the ones in my viewership. So if you want to be attached to somebody else, if you don't mind being attached to somebody else, you just find something like that and start sharing it together. Lou, your videos have come on there. I seen you in the search list in Google. So, it actually really works by using the hashtags and stuff. And then I also was told a while back by some of the magnet fishing guys to stop promoting in the socials. Stop promoting your videos there. And I'm like, okay. Why? And they said, because if you promote yourself, then YouTube won't promote you. And then I found out the other day that that's absolutely not correct. So if you promote yourself there, that means that if somebody clicks on the link from there, that's just more people that's putting you into their suggested videos. So the more views you get, the more you will get the shared out. So that's a myth. That's something that I've learned.
There's a lot of myths.
When YouTube started the shorts thing to compete with TikTok, there was all this misinformation out there. So, first off, they said, well, you got to shoot your videos vertical because you got to have the black lines on the side. So I started doing all these videos and I put them in my shorts category. And then when I looked at my page and it said shorts, it said 0 videos. And I was like, no, I've got like 6 shorts. Well, I just found out like 2 weeks ago that you have to shoot the shorts on your phone and upload them on YouTube through your phone. Nobody told me that.
Yep.
I was doing them on my computer. So the first one I put on, I did that 7-second video on me sitting in that lawn chair waiting for those gift cards to be first in line. I've got a 7-second video with 1,500 views.
Yep.
I have a video with 4 barbers at a courthouse on 1896 courthouse, and I've got a 7-second video of me sitting in a chair that has 1,500 views.
Hey, that's just the way that.
Yeah, you can use your TikTok videos and just put them on as your shorts on YouTube. That's what I do.
On there. And you can
people to your YouTube page, Lou.
But when you make the video, it automatically saves to your phone, and then you could just upload that video to. Just don't use music.
Just don't use what?
Just don't use music. Then you can't monetize it.
Okay.
Hey, there's another one right there that I wanted to say hey to. Zompocalypse.
I was just going to say hi to him.
Is one of them that we found over on our sports channel a couple of weeks back, and absolutely is another one that likes to support and show up. I can't remember if he's I subbed a few new channels that day. I can't remember. I think he's the one that he's the video gamer. But anyway, watched a video or two, gave him a couple comments, and there you go. He showed up over here. He was on the sports channel. Thank you, brother.
I thought he was over on Alex's stream earlier.
Yeah, that's where he came from. A lot of them came from over there from there today too. She's on right now, and I'm about 5 minutes from closing it down, everybody, today. So next week, really fast, I will have all my Christmas giveaway stuff worked out. I'm cleaning out the closets. Everything that I got left for the year will be gone before Christmas. May not be there until after, but all my leftover stuff will be out. Shane from Can You Dig It? I will mail out your sticker pack probably tomorrow.
Real quick before you knock off, Shane, my 1,400 sub giveaway is running right now with the 5 silver coins. It closes Saturday night at midnight, which is what, tomorrow night at midnight, 2 days from now at midnight. I will do a duck race to pick what video that I will choose the comments from, and then we're going to do random comment picker for the 5 prizes on the live stream Sunday. And then 10 days from now, after that, I'll be doing my big 1,500 sub with all the metal detecting accessories that's been donated to me from the Detector Warehouse.
Right
I've got digging knives with sheaths. I've got pinpointer ends. I've got waste bags. I've got camera pouches. He just sent me. I've got detecting bags. He just sent me a ton of stuff, and I'm giving it away, guys.
Heck
Awesome.
yeah. Hey, Malaysian Metal Detector said on the YouTube system update on 5/21, if you do not watch or after 3 to 5 minute period, YouTube will probably automatically unsub. Many people lost subscribers.
Yeah. So I did notice if you're on a channel and like a bunch of people just come over, they don't watch anything, they don't comment, they'll take them off. They don't stick. That happens for sure.
You know, and also in here today, I want to mention that there's a few people over on Twitch tonight that have stopped in to watch. I really appreciate it. I put it on there just so more people can see. But if you would like to come over and be part of the YouTube community, you're more than welcome to. But the Twitchers that are in here tonight, that's really cool. I thank you for stopping by. But next week, I'm going to have everything worked out for the giveaways. I'm also going to have the whole month schedule worked out and get it squared away. And then before too much longer, I will have everything ready for what's going to transpire next year because, you know, we're not going to change it drastically, but we're going to change it up a little bit. So it's still going to be the same type of thing on Thursday. But, that was the other thing I was going to tell you is that, and Rob, you may have noticed this too, but running a live stream that's consistent and consistently releasing videos is not necessarily good for your channel. It has hurt. It's hurt some of what I do in here, not on the subscribers and because they all come in. I mean, they come in different waves, you know, and you see that when you get 150 to 500 views on average, they say that you should separate it. I'm not going to because I'm going to do it how I want to do it because I don't really care at the end of the day. But they do say that it can hurt your channel for doing kind of what we do.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you're one of these people that's trying to get monetized and you're close to 1,000, and you get the 1,000, but you still don't have your 4,000 hours yet, there is no faster way to get your viewing hours than to do exactly what we're doing right here.
As soon as I hit 1,000,
every minute,
live,
that every person's here. So if there's 50 people here and every one of those people watch for a minute, you get 50 people at 1 hour each, and that just sends that'll get you that'll get you there, guys.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, and that's the other thing. But anyway, this place is always for, you know, sharing and loving one another and taking care of each other and trying to build this small community as big as we can build it because like I noticed earlier, this is a very, very small corner of YouTube, and we don't get a lot of accolades, you know, unless you're one of the few that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It's really tough in this community. So sticking together is probably the best thing that we can all do. I thank everybody for coming in today. Lou, Rob, I appreciate you stopping by. I will see everybody Monday night, and I'll see you on Sunday morning, Rob.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.
Good night, guys.